Hey everyone, what's going on? So we're doing the Decidueye, all the boss stages, and we're starting off with 25. This one I felt was easy, but I guess it could be difficult if you're earlier on. But I have the shot out Noivern, and I have Beedrill, and I left a blank, space blank. I'm also doing the Ho-Oh with Nosedive. So as you can see, I mean, he's going down. This one shouldn't be too difficult. Even if you're having a relatively tough time, you could probably go in with, I would say, a +5 moves and you should still be good to go. I wouldn't spend items on this one. And so yeah, I mean, not difficult. If you have the Heatran last ditch effort, that's great. I do have it. I did fully max it for this stage, for this escalation battle, but for whatever reason I didn't bring it. In this one at least. I bought it later on. But yeah, Mega Beedrill is great. I know he was just around, so you should have him if you've been playing for a while. And there we go. Beat it with one move left, but he does have relatively low HP, so I would say don't even worry about him. He's not that bad. And also, this escalation battle is actually really cheap to do. So I really didn't spend a complexity at all. So that's some good news right there. So we got a skill booster medium for beating 25. And next up, we have stage 50. So stage 50, here I brought the Heatran here on this one, but this one I also feel was pretty easy as well. But you might need the Heatran. I don't know if you'll need the Heatran. I mean, if you have the Vanillux maxed, I do. So I brought that with me. Not here. I brought it later on. So yeah, this one I didn't feel was difficult either, but it's definitely more difficult than stage 25. So basically the same team. We're trying to get it weighted out till the last 4 moves so we could use last ditch effort. But right now we're just doing the shot out with Noivern. And Mega Beedrill is helping out. He just throws a few blocks, so nothing to get too worked up over. So not bad. I believe we do need the last ditch effort on this one in order to win. So yeah, you can see, I mean, 4 moves left. We did about half. So if you have the Noivern, I don't think you need the last ditch effort, but it also does help at the same time. So there we go. That did a lot of damage, 4,500. So I did max out Heatran just for this escalation battle. So I felt like it was worth it just because Heatran is a good Pokemon even outside the escalation battle. So I thought it was worth it. But there we go. That's stage 50. We beat that with 2 moves left. A little bit more difficult than stage 25, but still manageable in my opinion. Okay, so we beat that one. And we get a raise max level for that, so that's nice. And, oh yeah, you also can catch this as you go on, but I already caught it from the last one. So now we're doing 75. So 75 is... I actually wasn't sure if I was going to be able to beat this one itemless. I did do it, but I wasn't sure. So this one's a lot more difficult to handle. So we're doing the Noivern with the shot out. We also have Vanillux with shot out, and we have Heatran, and we brought the Mega Houndoom. It does have Risk Taker, skill level 1. That doesn't really matter. We're just doing it for the Mega. And you could use a fully candied Mega Deontay with Mega Boost Plus, which can get online in 1 turn. The super effective part about it doesn't matter. But I just went with the Houndoom just because it was super effective. But again, that doesn't matter. Okay, so now we're in Heatran last ditch effort range, and we are triggering it. But even getting the 4,500 damage, it doesn't really do enough. So we're going to have to trigger it again, hopefully, if we could do that. Yeah, take my time using the Houndoom to get rid of all that ice. And okay, we're getting a combo. So I don't think we'll need the last ditch effort. No, because we have the vanilla. Yeah, that's right. We have the Vanillux match, the 5 match. So there we go. That's 75. So not too bad, but he is getting more difficult as you go up, and you'll notice that as you play these boss stages. But hopefully you guys did increase Noivern last week, his skill, because he is really good. You do get a mega speed up for that. And we're going up to stage 100. Did I use a +5 on this? No, I didn't. Okay, so we did do this one itemless as well, but I thought I was going to need the +5, but not going to be the case. Oh yeah, this one. This one is actually easy because he has a very low HP. He actually has an incredibly low HP. I think it's like 10,000, 11,000. The problem is he has a lot of blocks. So you just basically have to do the shot outs until you can get Heatran last ditch effort going right now. And unfortunately, we didn't get it that turn. But there we go. There's a shot out. And another shot out. Okay, we do get the last ditch effort. But as you can see, I would have beaten even without it. So you definitely don't need Heatran. But I would say he's good for this stage. And if you have a similar team, don't even worry about using any items. You don't need it. You get 2 skill booster mediums for that, so that's also nice. And now we have 110. And this one we're using the +5, so we were able to beat this with just the +5 moves. You see what I'm saying about it's a lot more cost effective. And we do have all those Decidueye on the field, so that's nice shot out for Noivern and Vanillix. And we brought the shiny Mega Rayquaza with us. So yeah, I mean, there's plenty of Decidueye. We could easily get those off, and he also disrupts with more. That's why you definitely don't want to use a disruption delay if you're using shot out. And yeah, I mean, we brought the 4 Pokemon. We didn't even leave one blank because there was no point to it. This one is possible itemless as well. But I think I needed the +5, but I know that it is possible because I mean I think it was close. So yeah, I mean we just keep on using shot out, stalling for last ditch effort basically. Another last ditch effort that would work is Warrior, but he's a little bit weaker than Heatran. So and neither of them were farmable, at least not yet. So I would say just go with the Heatran if you're going to max out any of them. We did almost about half. We didn't even activate Shiny Mega Rayquaza yet. Didn't even Mega Evolve it. Okay, there we go. Now we're Mega Evolving. And yeah, so he's not too bad. He disrupts with the Decidueye. So those are pretty interesting. And taking the time to think. Okay, there we go. Shout out did not work that time. And as you can see, we're down to 5 moves. So without beating it this turn, we wouldn't have beaten it without the +5, but I know that it's definitely possible to do it. But it may take you a few tries, so you may just want to dip into the +5. It's not expensive, so I would say just do it if you're using a team the team that I am, or a very similar team. And yeah, so we have a 5-match of Heatran. We didn't even go for the 5-match. I don't know why. I saw that on the camera. I don't know why I didn't go for that. But it doesn't matter because we're able to beat it in this turn. So that's 110. That was another, not easy, but the shot-out abilities make him manageable. Without them, you would be using a lot more items. And may I just say I love shot-out. I mean, first of all, you get a skill swapper for that. But yeah, I love shot-out. It's such an amazing ability. It's so good. I mean, any shot-out ability that comes around, I'm going to farm because of how good it is. And, okay, so we're going to 120. And did I just use the +5? I didn't even notice. Yeah, we also did this one with just the +5. So as you can see, I mean, not needing many items. Okay, so just trying to use shot out. And, I mean, his disruptions are annoying, but you have enough turns to beat it. Yeah. We're just stalling out basically for Heatran. I mean, same strategy as the other stages. Just doing shot out and then just doing the Heatran last ditch effort. So not a whole lot to say on that. Almost got it down to half, not quite yet. The next stage is where we're basically going to be using more items, but this one is not bad, no. So just continuing to use shot out after shot out. Almost time for Heatran. I mean, the rocks could be annoying, I guess, but I didn't find them to be too bad. So yeah. Guys, let me know if you like seeing these boss stages on all these escalation battles. I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue this or if this is something I want to do. But let me know if you guys like it. I'm definitely going to continue and do all the boss stages. And I'm also hoping to get a survivor mode run down of me completing it. But I haven't been able to complete it yet. So if I do, I'm definitely going to get that video up whenever I complete it. Okay, so we beat 120 with 0 moves left. And that's 120. For that, we get 2 mega speed up. So that is not bad. We are on to 130 now. And going with the same team as usual. This one we used more items. I actually think I went overkill on this one. Yeah, I used a +5, an attack power, and a disruption delay. You could do it with less. I don't know if you could just do it with the +5 or if you need something else. But I know you could do it with less. But yeah, I just wanted to be safe. I figured it's better to be safe than sorry, right? So yeah, it's still the same strategy though. I mean, it's still the shot outs with Vanillux and Noivern, and then stall out for a Heatran if you can. But one thing to note, you don't want those blocks to stay on top because those will just limit your field. So get rid of those as early as possible, and it shouldn't be too bad. The reason I went with as many items as I did is because he has a lot of HP. I think it's over 70,000, and I just figured I wanted to be safe than sorry because look, I mean, already 32,000, and he's not even at halfway. So yeah, so I felt like he was okay. He wasn't too bad with these items. If I were to do it again, I probably would still do these items with this team because I feel like it's risky to do less items, but not too bad. Not too bad. And yeah, I mean, he got out of his disruption delay, but thankfully we're still able to beat his disruptions. I mean, look at those disruptions. That would be annoying every other turn, if you let it go on. So if you didn't use the disruption delay, he does that too. So yeah, he's annoying at this stage, but he's manageable if you use the items. If you want, you could try it with less items. I would definitely use the attack power and the +5, but I would also recommend the disruption delay. So I don't know if you want to do less items. I mean, for the coins, you get 3 raise max level, and that's a really good reward. So I'd probably not, but anyway, do what you want to. So I'm using +5 and Mega Stun and attack power. This is 140. This is 140, right? Yeah, this is 140. Yeah, 140. Okay, so yeah, we're going more items on this one. Attack power, +5, and Mega Start. And the reason we're not using a disruption delay is because you want the disruptions, basically. Because I think he disrupts with, if I'm correct, more Decidueye, maybe, or ice. Actually, I think it's a lot of ice. We'll see when he disrupts. And yeah, it's ice for right now. So, and with Mega Houndoom, the ice is easy. You can use Mega Deontay. I mean, if you're using the Mega Start, just go with the super effective one, right? But if not, you could definitely use a Mega Deontay and probably skip out on the Mega Start, but I just decided not to. I mean, we're already at 140. We're not using the complexity. Why not? And so, yeah, we're able to get rid of all these ice, doing a lot of damage. And just going for the shot out as usual. You guys know the drill. Yeah, there's more shot outs. And look at all that ice. So yeah, you definitely want Houndoom. If you're not using the disruption delay, you definitely want Houndoom or Deontay. Well, I think Shiny Mega Tyranitar, that removes the ice too, right? So I think that's what that does. So you could use that one. But I just went with the super effective Mega Houndoom. And yeah, so not too bad. And he has more ice. We're down to 4 moves, so we could use Heatran if we have a match, but Mega Houndoom is the safer way just to get rid of all that ice. We're definitely going to win by this point. And there's a Heatran to finish it off, 9,000 damage. Guys, if you have the skill cookies saved up, use it on Houndoom. I'm not Houndoom, my Heatran, because Heatran's good even outside of this escalation battle. I would never recommend using something just for an escalation battle or a competition. But if it's going to be good outside of it, then I would say invest in it. And we got a skill booster large for that. So the final stage, we're going all items besides the complexity -1. And this is I think this is the first escalation I've ever completed without needing an escalation. Without needing a complexity -1. And we're using the Winking Glalie on this one. And just going with everything but the complexity. The reason you don't want the complexity is because the blocks fall in the Skyfall, so just use Winking Mega Glalie. If you don't have that, Mega Steelix would be fine, I think. But if you don't have a Winking Mega Glalie match, just go for the shoutouts, and you should be good to go. So there we go. We're doing more shoutouts. We have a Heatran, but we can't use it yet. Okay, so there's another Glalie. There's more blocks. You see what I'm saying? That's why Decidueye. Actually, I don't think the blocks are in the Skyfall. I think they're just preset. I think the Decidueye is in the Skyfall. But again, that helps with the shoutout anyway. Yeah. So I was wrong about the blocks, but that's probably why I went with Winking Mega Glalie. And definitely want both the shoutout users. If you don't have the team that I'm using or a very similar team maxed out, you're probably going to need the complexity to get rid of that Decidueye. I'm sorry to say, but if you do have a similar team, you're good to go. You should be good to go. And he brings more blocks. Maybe you may actually be able to do this without the disruption delay. I didn't even try it. But that may actually be a good idea. Yeah, so there's Winking Mega. As you can see, we're going to win in plenty of time. That's why I love shoutouts so much, because you want the 5th support, right? You want the extra Pokemon. So just use shoutout. Just keep the extra Pokemon. You're not going to have to worry about complexity -1 anymore, or having to use it in some situations like this. So that's why I like it a lot. And yeah, that's Decidueye 150. For that, you get 2 level up. Okay, that's going to be it. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.